Hello everyone, my name is SiC and welcome back to another season for Invisible Inc. It's been a really long time since I played this game, but I figured I'd get back into it because I do still really like it. But if I remember correctly, last time when I played I hit something of a wall that was almost impossible to get by, and it kind of frustrated me into not playing for a long time. But well, here we are again, so let's begin. Let's see, we will start a new game, of course. We will not play the tutorial, but the story mode. And we will be playing, let's see, Expert Plus, I think. So we hide the danger zones if you can't see the sources. In addition, the alarm increases when knocking out guards, and you start with less power. Expert? This is the base difficulty and tuning for the game. Yeah, let's go with this, but we will have no rewinds. We'll be playing Iron Man mode. There will be no level retries. And basically we have the DLC as well, contingency plan. So all of that is activated. And then this is just the general stuff that I'm not going to touch. And as always, I'm going to be looking at the cutscenes for those of you who have never seen this game and would like to get along with the story as well. So, let's begin.
Get to the main server, collect the data, and get out. No detours.
Copy that, Central.
Proceeding to target. Insertion was clean. Alarm level holding steady. We need to get to the third floor. We can make our way to the server room from there.
Any chatter on the comms?
Negative. It's silent on all frequencies.
They should have detected us by now.
Receiving priority wireless transmission.
They're onto you. Get out! Get out of there!
HQ compromised. We're going to need an extraction. I've got Incognita. Deckard and International are on their way.
Get to the roof. I'll cover you. Go!
Decker, how long till extraction?
30 seconds.
Get us out of here. We've got work to do.
Alright, so we're in the squad selection screen, and I haven't actually decided who I'm going to take, but these are the default characters. I like International because he has, let's see, wireless emitter, which basically allows her to use her skin as an antenna, and that way we can hack items from a distance without having to actually touch them. That is really good because it saves on movement turns. As for Decker, he has an ability to become invisible, but it has an 8-turn cooldown, so you can use it as many times as you need, but of course, you know, timing is very important. And then he has neural networking, which allows agents to uncover demons in adjacent objects. That's actually quite useful as well. And these are the story defaults, so I think this time around I might as well just play with them. Though of course we do have an archive version as well, which is a different version of the same character. This time around he's a collector. And we would get a refurbished revolver, which is a gun that can kill people. It has 6 ammo, but killing people basically ups the alertness level, so we don't want to do that. And it doesn't even have armor piercing either. He also has Sensory Injector, which gives him +2 action points when seen by the enemy. But, nah. We're going to go with the on-valve version. And then with International, the Archive, let's see. Network Siphon generates power when alarm level increases. Ooh, that is actually quite cool. But I want to bring something else for it. So we're going to take Power Drip, I think, which generates 1 power point per turn. And then we're going to take Parasite, which will break 1 firewall at the start of each turn. It doesn't cost any power, but the more you place down, the more power it's going to take. So the first one that you place is going to be free. If it's still going, then the next one will be 1 power, and then if that's still going, the next one will be 2 power, etc, etc. Until, you know, if it's all finished, then the first one will be free again. So this should give us plenty of power to work with. Let's begin. It's 2074 and corporations rule the world with brutal efficiency. They hit you hard and now you're on the run. You need to strike back, but you'll never win by force. Keep your agents alive with stealth and cunning. Raid the corp's facilities for tools and support and prepare your team for the final showdown. The odds are stacked against you. You will fail repeatedly, but each time you will learn more about your adversaries, and every restart generates a new world of dangers and opportunities. You have a tough job ahead of you, operator. Don't let us down. Right, I'm ready.
Operator, are you there? Good. I was afraid you didn't make it out. Headquarters is gone. Most of our agents have been captured or killed, and our accounts all frozen. I don't know how the corporations found us, but you can bet they won't give up now that they've had a taste of blood. The jet's stealth rig should keep us hidden if we keep moving, but Incognita can't survive long on backup power. She's got 72 hours, tops. We need to mount a counterattack before then, or we'll be defenseless against their scans. If that happens, we may as well just crash this thing into the ocean. You've never seen the inside of a corporate deprogramming chamber. I won't see the inside of another. Incognita is scanning for targets of opportunity where we can replenish our supplies. Follow her leads and gather what resources you can. I'll run through our contacts and see what favors I can call in. We're going to need all of the advantages we can find in the coming days.
Alright, so we only have the one mission at the moment, but after this one, multiple will pop up and we will have choices to make about what to do in what limited time remains to us. So we have 72 hours. After those 72 hours are up, we have to take the final mission. So our goal in the meantime is to become as powerful as possible, to find as many tools as possible to make that final mission possible. But we can also definitely cock it all up, and then we will be very unprepared, and we will most likely die horrible deaths. So, let's begin with the executive terminals.
Security, and their terminals are full of interesting information. We found a lightly...
Yeah. Basically, we have to find some intel. Long story short.
Destination log acquired. Coordinate threshold 99.9%.
Bad news, operator. They caught us completely by surprise, so we have no firepower with us. The guards' weapons are gene-coded to their owner, and useless to us. We're going to have to make do with what we can find along the way. We've beamed you through the security grid. You should be somewhere near the target, but you'll need to look for it. Get the list and find a transport pad to escape. But be quick about it. They noticed a disturbance when we ported in, and their alarm level is already rising.
Alright, so located executive terminals, get out alive. Secondary objectives, find and steal corporate credits. That's very possible. So right now we have 10 out of 20 power. We can hack this console to get some more. We can do it from a distance too, so we will. And let's move International forward. Have a peek through the door. Doesn't seem to be anything here. Let's have a peek through this door as well. Now, this door is locked and we need a key card for it. Now, there's another character called Banks and she can automatically open these doors without the key cards. But for now, our characters will simply have to make do with what they've got. So I'm going to run Decker forward here. I'm not going to open this door yet. I want to have a peek first, but that's all we can do for this turn. So, let's go on to the next. Now, if you've never seen this game before, the security level just went up by 1 bit. And basically, the corporation detected incognito signal when your agents teleported into the facility, and every turn the security level will increase as they track her. Now security measures are added every 5 increments. So we have 5 turns, 4 left now, before we reach level 1, and that will turn on the cameras. And the next level, I don't quite remember, I think it will spawn somebody in. None of which is particularly great. Alright, so we have another door which leads us into this room, which is great. And if we press spacebar, we can actually start hacking things as well. So we might want to hack this camera for 0 power. We have the power supply, which leads to this gate, I think. We will hack that for 1. Let's see, we have a corporate safe, we might hack that for 2. And then we have a nanofabricator, which allows you to buy shit, which I am not going to use right now. Alright, so Decker could move right here next to the door, and he'd be in cover, or in concealment, I should say. I think I'm going to use Decker to explore this area. Meanwhile, we should probably use International to explore what's behind this door. And she actually hacked the executive access terminal, which is our objective. That's really cool. So actually with the 10 power, it costs, with all the things that we've infected, it's going to cost 3 power, but we're going to get 1 power every turn. And this is going to take 2 turns to break, so I want to get started on that as soon as possible. Yeah, let's end this turn. I hear a guard. He's down here, as you can see. Alright, so the gate is unlocked, the safe is unlocked. That's all really nice.
You found the executive terminal. Hack it, and we can get out of here.
Now, first thing, what I'm going to do is I want to have a peek through this door. I can't even open this yet, of course, but I also want to see if there are any guards in this room, because getting the objective out of it is going to reroute one of the guards to check out the disturbance. That would be bad. Alright, so we have a guard, and we can use 1 AP to predict his movement. He's going to move back the way he came. So if we hide over here, we should be invisible still. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to hack this thing for 1 power, and then we have a database. Hack facility database. But what does this tell us? Reveals the outline of the facility. Oh, that's pretty useful. I'm going to go ahead and hack that as well. And we're going to end this turn. Alright. Cool, so the objective is hacked, but first of course we need to check behind door number 1. Man. Alright, we can get some free power. 4 power, okay, that's nice. We can have another peek around here. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I'm going to stay put right here. Guards might come through these doors. This looks like a dead end, but I'm not entirely certain. Well, we're going to get some money out of this. We could check this door. So this is a dead end, right? We checked that. We have a camera, this is a dead end, so there's no real reason to be here. Oh, there is something over here. It's not a dead end. This is a pretty large room. This looks like it might be the elevator, but I am not certain. So we could hide Decker over here. The guard should be able to move past without us being noticed. We could also knock out the guard, but we probably don't want to do that. And I think she's going to be fine right here. If a guard shows up, when we can tuck her back here. Yeah. Alright, so... oh, there's another guard over here. That is very important information to have. Let's see, let's open this door. Alright, so there's a camera, a safe, and this guy is just stationary. We cannot move because of the camera, but the camera doesn't actually detect opening doors. The guards, however, do. So we're going to close this again. Now, we could move over here. And I think we will. Sneak right past this guy. We will infect that safe. We still have to get money out of this safe as well. Nothing came through these doors. Ah, this is the elevator right here. Alright, that's good information to have. Let's infect this camera. And this is locked door, so we would have to move through here. Alright, so one of these two guards is going to be rerouted once we get to the camera. Additional cameras were activated, but we already hacked some. So there's not a whole lot of cameras here. Luckily for us. Oh, this camera is going to be activated in one turn. So we're going to hack that. We can close this door. We do have to make sure that we are out of sight. If we stay here or in sight, it's going to activate first and then it's going to deactivate. Which means that we would be spotted. Alarm level would raise. And that would be pretty bad. So we're going to get this safe. Then we're going to move over next to this safe and we're going to be out of view of the camera. Alright, as for International, let's have a peek. This guard is stationary and he just seems to be guarding an empty room. So that's fine. We are going to start moving International back to the objective. Decker can move towards this safe to get some more money. And then we're going to have a look at which guard is being rerouted. Alright, so the camera is fine for now. Let's get this safe. Now, if I remember correctly, even if the guard is over here, he's going to... Yeah, the guard is over here, but he's looking straight at the door, so we can move past him without him noticing. So if we move right here, we will be safe. We will be concealed from 3 different sides. And there's nobody here, so we can very safely move in this direction. But, ooh, we have this camera, which we definitely should hack. I didn't notice that before, but yeah. So that's going to be a wasted turn, I think. Yeah, we cannot move in here without being seen. That's pretty shit. Alright, so he's going to hide behind the safe. You know what, maybe International can move way back here as well. Maybe she can get to the safe quicker than Decker can, and we still have to move him over here. And then we can move them together towards the exfil point. I think that's better. Yeah, this game is so cool because it's all about stealth and not being seen. And as soon as you start killing things, oh god damn it. Alright, so it has to be Decker. He should be able to move inside here. This should be hidden from the enemy. There's a slight bit of red, but the camera should still hide it. Yeah. Alright, let's get the money. Alright, and he has 1 HP left. She, on the other hand, could probably... Yeah, I'm not going to buy anything. I think I'm just going to keep the money. Let's keep her right there for now. Alright, that camera is ours. Let's move her next to the objective. Decker, you can move over here. Now it's a very good practice to close every door behind you, because if guards do come up, they can see you through the doors. But if it's locked, you know, it gives you some extra time. I forget to do that a lot of times. I really should make it more of a habit, but oh well. Alright, let's get your objective. The site list is right here.
Got it. Great. When you activated that terminal, it sent out an automated message to change up the guard duty. Be prepared for new patrol
We're going to close this door. One of these guards might move, and I'm not sure how far he's going to get, but if he comes here, she's going to get spotted. So we're going to move her into an ambush stance, which means that if any guard moves adjacent to her, she's going to knock them out. Now Decker should be safe, because these guys have quite a long way to go. Ah yeah, that's the guard right there. Alright, so we could actually sneak past him as well. But we can knock him out and get some money from him as well, and maybe even key cards. Let's steal. Yep, 60 credits, that's very nice. Decker can move through. Now, and as long as a character stays on top of him, he's going to be knocked out for 2 turns, right? But if a character pins him, which you can see right there, he's going to stay unconscious. So this timer is not going to count down. We have 2 guards coming to the site. Interesting. Alright, so Decker, you're going to move into the elevator, and International, you can just about make it too. Excellent. That's it.
Excellent work, operator. Now to sift through the data and find the juiciest targets.
Alright, so mission reports. 1 guard was alerted, that's because he got knocked out. The other 2 were distracted, and that's because we got the objective. And they were coming to check it out. So, we found, let's see, 540 credits. Oh yeah, it's right there. We already had a starting level of credits, I think, as well. But yeah, this gives us a nice little boost. We have 1,040 credits to purchase stuff with. Now, there's going to be a store where we can buy stuff. Or we could spend this stuff on upgrades for speed, hacking, strength, or anarchy. And anarchy is quite nice because it allows you to steal from behind without knocking guards out. So that's always a good investment. I think I'm going to invest in that for both my characters.
I've re-established contact with Monster. His network picked up the attack just before it hit us, and we're working to trace it back to the source. In the meantime, he's offered to sell us some of his more rarefied stock.
Greetings. I don't often perform transactions face-to-face, but Gladstone is an old friend. I'll contact you when anything becomes available.
Thank you, Monster. If we find their central server, we may be able to bring them down, or at least distract them long enough that they lose our trail. Continue scavenging operations, and I'll keep you posted as more intel develops.
Alrighty. So, we have 4 different options available to us. We have a nanovap vestibule, where you can purchase new items, but since we only have 240 credits, that's not going to be very helpful. We have a server farm, that might be cool. We have a Plastek Chief Financial Suite. I think we can
Looks
get a
like
card
someone's trying
here.
to impress his boss by working through the
Yeah.
night. Well, I can appreciate his work ethic. I'd appreciate his...
Alright, so this might be very interesting. We also have executive terminals.
The corporations are technically at war with each other, but reality is much more complex. Executives maintain extensive intercorporate connections as they defect
Yeah,
back and
okay,
forth,
so it's a weapons
making their
foundry.
personal terminals very tempting targets.
Has the most advanced weaponry and automated defenses. It's very guarded. And we would have to open something, like find a corporate directory terminal and retrieve the information. Ah, okay, so it's pretty much the same as we did before. It pinpoints new corporate locations of interest. Not entirely sure. I think the server farm or the financial seat are the best, and both require travel time. So as you can see, it takes 5 hours to travel to the server farm, 6 hours to the chief financial suite. The server
This is
farm...
a data center that handles network security for the region. We can find programs...
Server
there
farms
that give
warehouse
employees
advanced
new
security
tricks to
programs
use
that
in the
enhance
field.
Incognita's abilities. This could be very, very powerful, but we would have to find a central server room and hack the inventory terminal. I think there are going to be some locked rooms as well, so I think for the next objective we're going to go to the Plastek Chief Financial Suite. But that's of course going to be the next episode, so please leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed this content and wish to see more, and I'll see you guys for whatever video I do next.